Yes, sir, we can hear you. Please go. Good morning, one and all present here. Today, I'm here to introduce our principal, Dr. Suresha, sir. I'm profusely overjoyed to take the opportunity to introduce the driving force of Sri Venkateshwara Group of Institution, our respected principal, Dr. Suresha. Dr. Suresha has completed his BE in Electronics and Communication from reputed institution NIE Mysore, and also obtained a Master in Computer Science and Engineering from Basveshwara Engineering College, Bagalkot. He went on to pursue his PhD in Computer and Information Science, VTU, Belgavi, Karnataka. Sir has 14 years of industrial expertise and 21 years of teaching experience. He has always been a person with an inquisitive mind, thus is very passionate about research. Some extraordinary achievements of his include being awarded the Best Educator 2020 from Global Research Foundation, being the Best Director 2019 by the Education Expo TV, CRC, New Delhi, and being recognized as a Principal of the Year 2018 by Institute for Exploring the Advance in Engineering. Sir has also received 10 lakh as a funding from VGST, Karnataka under KFIST Level 1 for infrastructure development on WSN-based smart grid for continuous power supply. During his tenure, he has tremendously excelled and has brought forth several laurels to the college that include funding from various organizations, national level accreditation to the 4 programs, gold band rating and E-lead from QSI Gauge, and getting sanctioned the Intellectual Property Facilitation Center by MSME, Government of India. The list of Sir's achievements are endless, and so has his support towards the college always been throughout all these years. Welcome, sir. Over to you, sir. Doctor, there is a question in the chat box. In how many years can we expect leadership for?
Madam, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Shall I present my screen?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
See, is it visible?
There is a question from Tina Poppy. Is it visible? Sir, you can share the screen, sir.
I have shared, madam.
I think there is some network issue in the system, sir.
One second.
Okay, sir.
Madam, is it visible? Hello?
The screen is not shared, sir.
Screen is not visible. One second. Screen was stop watching there. Madam, now?
Now it's visible, sir.
Visible, huh?
Yes, sir.
Okay, shall I start?
Yes, sir.
So, good morning, all participants of International Conference on Advances in Information Computing and Trends in Data Engineering, ICAICDE. Okay. So, today I'm going to have a presentation about 45 minutes to 1 hour about the robotic process automation. These are recent technology, and I want all the students to take it seriously and try to understand what exactly it is, because there are many myths and concepts about robotic process automation. And in fact, I went thoroughly and I gathered information, and I am presenting to you people so that it becomes easy for you people to understand what exactly it is, robotic process automation. In fact, it is a complete overview of robotic process automation I am going to present. And at the end of the session, let me have some questions from you people. At the same time, I want you to have some takeaways in this thing present after the session. Just go through it and see. Okay, we'll start. So this is my layout of presentation: trending technologies, definition, evolution of RPA, and so many things. Apart from this, these only limited things. I'm going to cover more extra things in this also. So this is when you browse or when you Google it, will come to know about this top 8 trending technologies in the year 2020. So in that, robotic process automation is one of the trending technologies in 2020. So I thought let me go through this and share this knowledge with you people. So first we'll start with definitions. We'll see what is robotic process automation, what is robotic. So here robotic means entities which minimum human interactions are called robots. So it actually, here the exactly robotic process is entities which mimic human actions are called robots. It's not, no robots will be there, no physical robots will be there, but human actions will be imitated. So process is, as you know well, it's a sequence of steps which we follow. And automation, any process which is done by a robot without human intervention, we call it as an automation. So robotic process automation, here we call it as we are having an automation process without human intervention. That's what exactly it is. So this is again a chart for that. And how it has come, that's what we have to see. Although the term robotic process automation can be traced to the early 2000s, it has been developed by a number of years previously. It is there actually, it is just like an artificial intelligence. It was there from 1940s, 1950s. Even this technology was there. But recently it has got popularity. So RPA award from three key technologies, that is screen scraping, workflow automation, and artificial intelligence. So RPA is based on these three technologies. RPA is an amalgamation of screen scraping, workflow automation, and artificial intelligence. That also you can say. So now we'll see what is screen scraping. It is a process of collecting screen display data from legacy applications so that data can be displayed by a more modern user interface. So whatever data you're assuming, using screen scraping technology, you can have it on an interface. That's what it is. So the advantage of workflow automation software, which eliminates the need for manual data entry and increases the order fulfillment rates, including increased speed, efficiency, and accuracy. So workflow automation helps in elimination of manual data entry. So lastly, artificial intelligence involves the ability of computer system to perform tasks that normally require human intervention and intelligence. So artificial intelligence helps RPA. Without human intervention also, you can run some of the programs. So this is one more thing, just a difference between RPA and regular automation, what exactly automation it is. So when you see these are the parameters, what you are considered as far as parameter is concerned, what does it reduce? So in automation, it reduces execution time, whereas in RPA, it reduces manual workforce. So need for programming knowledge, request to create test scripts, so that will be there. And in case of RPA, mostly not needed as it is visual driven. So system will take the question answers from posing different questions so that it will get its input. So what does it automate? Repetitive test cases, whatever may be the thing, or ultimately it's a product. So in the case of RPA, repetitive business processes, that is product as well as business, it can take care. So working environments, limited working environments, whereas in RPA, it works on wide range of environments. So usage in the case of automation, use it for QA production performance and UAT environments, whereas here it is used in all production environments. So just difference between an automation and an RPA. So this is again a difference in a different perspectives. You can see traditional automation and RPA plus A. What is tools are used to perform tasks, whereas here it's end-to-end process carried out by the robot. A robot is again, it's a mimic of a robot. It's not exactly robots will be there. Physical robots are not there. That's what. And RPA always based on artificial intelligence. So in the case of automation, it can be done without human intervention. But in the RPA and AI also, we'll see in the future there are different types of automations. We'll see that. So here, emails and notifications, when you see that traditional this thing, copy paste will be there, but no manual copy paste is there in the many things are almost same. So this is a trend of RPA market. You can see three graphs are there. The first one is UiPath. The blue one is, blue color is Blue Prism belongs to. And the yellow one is Automation Anywhere. These are the three vendors or three companies which are competing each other in the RPA market. So this is again the first graph. It shows how RPA, the present technology, is growing in the IT field. So now we'll see what is an RPA. RPA is the use of software bot to automate highly repetitive routine tasks normally performed by knowledge workers. So it is a bot or software bot. It's nothing. Using software bot, you automate everything or automate a particular task. So that is nothing but RPA. So since we are talking about bots, then I thought let me give us some definition of bots also. See, what my presentation is based on a newcomer which doesn't have any software knowledge. So from that perspective, I'm presenting my topic so that he will also get familiarity with RPA. That is my intention. So bots in simple language are entities with mimic human actions and are used to perform simple and repetitive tasks. Bots follow defined certain rules that are defined by the developer. So there are two types of bots. One is attended bots and the other one is unattended bots. Unattended bots are also called as automated bots. So these are the differences that I have given. So if you want to develop a bot, so how we are going to develop a bot and what are the different phases or different steps that are involved in developing a bot. So that also are given. At the end of my session, I'm going to share my PPT so that you can go through it and you can understand them much. So once you're talking about RPA, what exactly it can do, now at the same time you have to see what exactly it cannot do also. So that is very important. So RPA is not a humanoid robot or does not exist physically. So physical form of RPA is not there. That is very, very important. And again, it's a software. RPA bots cannot entirely replace human beings and it is limited to the speed of the application. So again, speed is the question that. So RPA bots do not possess logical thinking or decision making skills, which is why they cannot replace human cognitive functions. So RPA is not a substitute for human being. So it's very clear. So RPA cannot read any data that is non-electronic or unstructured inputs. So if it is input data is non-electronic, it cannot work or it cannot accept those inputs. So even small changes made in the automation application will need the robots to be reconfigured. So whenever you make whatever the predefined things are there, if you make any changes, again it has to be configured. So automatic configuration or automatic reconfiguration is not there. So now we'll talk about introduction of RPA. RPA is an overall wonder. People will appreciate now because of its performance. They say it's a wonder. RPA is a leader in digital transformation innovation, which is changing the business scene. Of course, people are adopting RPA, their performance has been increased, their revenue and investment has been increased, and many advantages are there. Those things we are going to discuss. The quick increasing speed of RPA appreciation is sensible. So people, those who implemented RPA, they feel that they can say that we can sense or we can feel the effect of RPA. That's what they are telling. So RPA again we'll see some more definitions in this. RPA utilizes robots to robotize monotonous manual undertakings that a human client used to do. So any robot manual process are there or monotonous process are there that can be replaced by RPA. And because here what happens now, when the machine is doing the same monotonous tasks, error will not be there. When a human being is doing, because of monotonous, there is bound to make errors, so that will not be reflected here. These are all programming work processes, instruments equipped with business rules, robotizing assignments, and steering the aid to subsequent stages all by. The RPA tool plays its major role as automating all user interfaces by building respective codes. So it's much more useful as an UI interface. The RPA tool can fasten human works. If so, the time of IT or industry oriented operations get optimized. So by using this, many of the IT functionalities can be optimized. So RPA is the use of software with artificial intelligence and machine learning capabilities to handle high volume, repeatable tasks that previously required humans to perform. So it can replace human beings in certain functionalities. RPA technology is sometimes called as software robot or robot, mimics a human worker logging into applications, entering data, calculating and compiling tasks and logging out. So even data entry operations can be done by an RPA. That's So RPA is a lever that will take these corporate functions to the next level by improving employee and customer satisfaction, accelerating productivity gains, and enhancing compliance. So these are the advantages of RPA. It just acts as a lever. It improves the customer satisfaction because as well, from the customer side and from the company side, production or productivity will increase and overall scenario is increased. So RPA software is not a part of the organization infrastructure. No, it is instead it sits on the top of it because when certain organizations claim that we are having RPA software, maybe, but it leaves the enabling a company to implement the technology quickly and efficiently, all without changing the existing infrastructure and system. It's very important because companies have to invest only on RPA software, not on the infrastructure, not on the existing system. So robots are here in the RPA, robots are actually software tools. So one example, in fact, we can take a large consumer and a commercial bank used 85 software bots to run 13 processes that handle 1.5 million requests in a year. Just imagine. So to attend customers also nowadays, many of the organizations are using bots. So one example like that, 85 software bots using 13 different processes in 1.5 million requests. Just imagine how fast and how accurate it is. So this is again diagrammatic representation how we are going to develop an RPA. So just there previously I'm talking about text using text. Now where all you can use RPA and just it's a diagrammatic representation. So this is an RPA architecture, how we are going to develop RPA. Those who are wants to become RPA developers, this will is for you people to go through it. So core components of RPA is recorder, development studio, plugin or extension, bot runner, and controller center. So these are the things, of course, these even things that will be there in architecture also. So why you want to go for RPA? This is one question. Automatic repetitive tasks save time and money. RPA bots expand the value of automation platform by completing tasks faster, allowing employees to perform higher value work. So suppose assume that without robot, if you are taking 1 hour time, you with the help of employer, using the RPA, if you can do the work with 20 minutes, another 40 minutes can be used for some other better work. That's what it means. So in that context, we can use RPA. We'll have more time. So this is very important. In fact, I was concentrating on this. Does RPA require coding? So this is very, very important. So getting started with RPA is relatively easy, says Chris Hoff, Chief Secretary Officer of. Most RPA software companies have created rather intuitive and aesthetically pleasing user interface that leverage drag and drop software to build automation. So here, see, a software developer need not develop this. In fact, a businessman also using this drop and drop technology, they can develop their own RPA tools. So that's what it means. So that means coding absolutely, I mean, I can't say that absolutely, little bit may be required. So To that extent, coding is not required. RPA software can be thought of as a specific frontier of the no-code or low-code trend, and which means exactly what it sounds like, software that requires little to nothing in the way of original coding. So it may be no-code or it may be a low-code, that's all, but not complete coding. The idea here is to enable the non-programmers, see this very important way, whether a business analyst or someone outside of IT altogether, to effectively create software. In this case, RBA bots can handle repetitive rules-based computer tasks. So only thing is a developer or a business analyst has to define a clear set of rules that has to be followed for the business. And then using no code or drag and drop, he can develop his own RPA. So this is a fact. In fact, this is what, when you browse it, this graph is available in almost all different things. This presentation is based on UiPath and Blue Prism. So these are the two vendors, they are marketing. Many of the things are taken from these two because they are the leaders in the world market, in fact. The market for RPA is huge and expanded to grow rapidly in the next few years. By 2020, the global robotics automation market is expected to reach $5 billion with year-on-year growth of between 55 to 65%. So that means year-on-year growth around 55 to 65% growth is there, and the overall market is also reach around $5 billion. So just imagine what will be the potential for this. So when you talk about RPA, again, there are many types of RPAs. You can see that one is attended RPA, the other one is unattended RPA, and the third one is hybrid. So attended RPA is of course, human being or developers will be assisting the RPA to work. So unattended is autonomous. It runs independently without manual help. So both the types are preferred and both the people are using. It all depends on the application, whether you are going for attended or unattended, or if you want both, the combination of attended and autonomous bots or attended bots, both you can use it. So this again, some differences between attended and unattended. Attended works with the agent on the desktop. You see here, unattended runs on standalone computer independently. Typically triggered by the user activity. Of course, some initiation is required, whereas here in unattended, it is scheduled by an orchestra. So again, in this case, in the attended uses agent's credentials, whereas in attended has robot provisioned credentials. So the bottom row, whatever it is there, they are common for both attended and unattended. So this is again a graph where it indicates types of robots that are used, because most of the times you can see RPA attended, attended RPS are used more compared to unattended RPS. This is what the graph clearly indicates. So now, with this knowledge, we can see that as I was telling, automation RPA is marketed by UiPath, Blue Prism, and Automation Anywhere. So these are the three companies they are concentrating in marketing RPA tools. So automation is a process of doing any kind of work without human intervention. It emphasizes to do the incredible things in future to optimize the time of work and efficiency of work. So by using RPA, you can optimize the times. That means you can save the time, and at the same time you can have better efficiency. That is the intention of RPA. So what is the key certainty? Suppose if you plan to use RPA, what are the assured things you are going to get? RPA arranges for around 40% of the representative's time to deal with different assignments. So that means you can finish off the task using RPA with 60% time, and another 40% time you can use it for something else. That's what is the certainty. So RPA is set to develop by 60% by 2020. So almost all industries are planning to use RPA. 60% of the industries are planning to use RPA by 2020. So as far as, see, this is very important. Up to 55% of the administrators intended to utilize RPA in the future. So many of the people have already committed that there are many administrators, particularly in the administration of any organization, they are planning to use RPA. Deloitte positioned computerization as the second most vital need for shared administrators. So this is additional information. These are the benefits you are going to you get RPA. You can see one after the other. There are many benefits as there. Scalability. Scalability is very important because in the organization, if you want to expand the things without investing much, that we call it, and at the same time, should not compromise on performance. So scalability. Once you expand, performance should not decrease. It at least, if not, it is increasing. It has to maintain the same performance. Okay, whatever it is. So that we call it as scalability. Here you see this scaling can be achieved in minutes rather than months. So that is the advantage. There is a benefit of RPA. Significantly less time than it takes to recruit certain human beings or human labor, and that time if you compare, that takes sometimes months. Whereas in this case, scalability or scaling can be achieved in minutes. So that is a major advantage of RPA. And quality, it's 100%. Dots are not prone to transcription errors or transposing one set of digits to another. This is a major advantage as far as quality is concerned. Agility. So this is another benefit from RPA. You can implement quickly and you can grow. That is a major advantage of agility. It will not take much time. Okay. Process automation, especially in data. See, when you incorporate certain changes in one system, it can be implemented in all the systems without any much time. So many of the bottlenecks will be avoided in this. So this is another advantage. Data integration, again, see, bots can be surprisingly very fast. So 50% of our customers use RPA for this purpose. So if you integrate or change in one system, in the back end or in all other systems, it can be data can be integrated or data can be uploaded or updated immediately without no time. This is another advantage. Synchronization. So this is very important when many uh, in an organization when they are having different branches across the state or across different places, and if they want to have some of the process has to be synchronized. Extraction, especially in healthcare, this is where RPA is finding its usage. When you got huge pile of patents records, and if you want to search for some particular record, you can use RPA more efficiently. This is where, in fact, it finds its usage in healthcare. Okay. So migration also is another important. So the advantage here is that sometimes metadata and data from other cross-reference sources can be added to the data. So suppose if you want to transfer data from one system to other system, the addition of some more data. So this can be done in a much better way rather than human beings. So in these cases, efficiency will be better and without much error. So that is very important. So again, it's a diagrammatic representation of RPA. So whatever the text form there I have shown, it's the same thing I have shown in the diagrammatic. So benefits, of course, you may be thinking that what way advantages are different from benefits. But you can see the thing here, reduced conveyance chance. So traveling and moving out is reduced. Efficiency or cost base is decreased. So cost is being reduced. Quality, precision, and hazard moderation. Quality is maintained. So we can use it for auditing and security. Flexibility and multitasking. This is very important. Multitasking is very, very important because when an organization is having its branches at different places, and at the same time in the single location, if you want to execute different processes, so multitasking comes into picture. So application can be incorporated using UI. Average runtime abatement is 76%. So this is, you can save around 76% time, or 76% of the time can be used for something else. So RPA can be trusted and highly sensitive. That means it's more reliable. They don't have any gossip this thing. And as the requirements automated control from regulators continue to increase, companies will rely more on robot workforce to face this challenge. Because most of the organization nowadays, people will feel like having automated things. Robotic automation tools are up to 65% less expensive than offshore full-time employees. From company's perspective or from the investment perspective, how much money they can save. So this is what I was telling. You can see around $8.75 billion. Market is around $8.75 billion. And it's less expensive. Only its cost is about 35% when compared to human labor, whatever it is. So 65% less expensive. So advantage or the results what you are going to get by implementing RPA. So 100% error reduction, 65% cost reduction, and 75% plus cycle time reduction. So these are the major benefits if you go for RPA. So when you have got advantage, definitely you should have some disadvantages. So you have to think, see that also. So you have to set up a stage to implement RPA. There is a time required for that also, and investment is also required. So the present scenario is lack of skilled resources. That means industries want more and more RPA knowledge skill force, but that skill force or laborers, knowledgeable persons with RPA knowledge are not available. So that's the reason another 5 to 10 years, people, if you learn RPA technology, another 10 years you will not have any problems. So 10 years comfortable life you can lead. So when you implement it, of course, it will have some maintenance cost. And if your applications are, if you are changing dynamically very fast, then RPA is not suitable. So at least you have to use it for 1 year or 2 years or 3 years minimum time. Every month, if you are changing your application, then RPA is not suitable. So 100% process automation is impractical. So if you have got a process or end-to-end solution completely implementing using RPA is not possible. Only certain segment of a process or certain portion of the process can be implemented using RPA. So end-to-end solution using RPA is not possible. So some myths, in fact, that's what I was telling in the beginning. What is the myths? So people talk differently about RPA. So just these are the four myths. Coding is required to use RPA software. Some people say yes, some people say this. No, absolutely, there is a low coding is required. That you can see. RPA software does not require human supervision. Again, this also it depends on whether you are going for automated or non-automated, whatever it is. So that is the one thing. Only large big companies can afford to deploy RPA. It's not like that any company can go for RPA. RPA is useful only in industries that rely heavily on software. It's not like that anybody, any organization or any industry can go for RPA. So some of the applications are the services you can see, open mail and attachments. Because nowadays you can see when you send a mail to a particular person, within no time you'll get a reply. So it doesn't mean that that person is free and is replying it, because that reply are getting using bots. So that's many people are using bots to reply your mails. So fill in the forms and move files and folders. Of course, it's an organization depending upon the application. Follow if-then decision rules. So in a flow chart, I can incorporate. That's what end-to-end, complete end-to-end solution is not required. For certain processes, depending upon the applications, you can use it. Connect to system APIs. Of course, user interface is there. Extract structured data from documents, especially in healthcare. This is very important. Make complex calculations by using RPA. It becomes simple. Monitor manual process and learn how to perform them. It's very easy. Copy paste, you can do it. Read and write to database, you can do it. Scrap data from document, scrape data from documents, of course, you can do it. Of course, these also required. So log in into web or enterprise applications. Using bots also, this can also be done. So some of the characteristics or attributes you can see. The activities are reliable with similar advances being performed over again. Commonly declare procedures likewise and vulnerable to human mistakes. So these reliable activities you can say. The process can be defined as unambiguous guidelines that apply to a larger part of the exchanges. That means it is very reliable. Whatever guidelines you are going to define, RPA is going to follow. It is a format driven, of course, follows your rules and regulations, what you have defined. With information being gone into a particular fields in a redundant way. Of course, before defining those things, you have to follow these things. It's a rule based, definitely. The process once again needs restricted human mediation. Choice overwhelming procedures can likewise incompletely mechanized. In fact, I'm been telling that end-to-end process automation is not possible. Again, process are to require just restricted special case dealing with. So these are another services around. So in the automations again, rule-based automation is there, knowledge-based automation is there. Rule-based, knowledge-based automation again, you will have AI, deep learning, big data, natural user interface. All the knowledge is will be used. In the rule-based, it's just an automation with no human interface. So RPA can be used for both, either for rule-based or knowledge-based. That's that. So we'll talk about applications. It converts optical character recognition. Majority of the RP application are in OCR. You can see when you go through it, or when you so optical word recognition is there, intelligent character recognition is there, intelligent word recognition is also there. Email automation and so some of the applications in the bank office and clerical, front office, end-to-end, IT support, data migration, service digitalization, and some more supply chain management also, and human resource, healthcare, financial services, and accounting. So some of the process in which where RPA can be used, this is also some other information about usage of RPA. And this gives a complete information. This slide is very important. See, 4 domains either in HR or supply chain, IT services, and financing accounting. Which are the processes can be automated using RPA? It has been very clearly given. So, if you want to have any idea about implementing RPA in any of the processes, you can take this and you can start working on that, and you can do one. So again. When you decide to go about that, which RPA tool you are going to use, this some guidance it is given how to select the best RPA tool. So that's what. And when you are talking so much about RPA, when whether we are when companies are happy with using RPA, so you can see that Capgemini say that robots have processed 1.5 million transactions since 2015, equivalent to 200 employees. Process design is more relevant to the return of investment than technology used. So Gemini says that it has saved around 200 employees. And as well as, even though rather than process, they are talking about return on investment. So you get back your money provided if you invest on RPA. So efficiency is there, errors are not there, quality is there, and ROI is also there. So what else you need? Definitely industries can go for RPA. So this is, suppose when you select a process to do automation, these are the different steps that are involved in implementing RPA or in RPA deployment, starting from the beginning here till the end. You can see these are different stages that are involved in RPA. First one, RPA perimeters has to be defined, optimize existing process, choose the appropriate RPA solution, define the required span of control, study impacts on the target operating model, build a deployment planning, and then you can implement it. So 6 steps are there you have to follow as a developer. We'll see what are roles and responsibilities of a developer also. So journey, again, this in a different diagram you can see. Steps are more elaborated here. Initiate RPA, access RPA capability, build business case, partner and mobilize resources, pilot RPA, train key resources, pilot launch, evaluate success and lessons learned, ramp up, continue building expertise, so institutionalize RPA, deploy RPA. So this. So in the process of development of RPA process, or if you want to implement an RPA, these are the four very important 4 stages that are involved in implementation: planning, design and development, deployment and testing, support and maintenance. That's what in the disadvantage we saw that maintenance cost is there. There is one disadvantage. So top vendors, in fact, I was talking about this. Automation Anywhere is the one company, Blue Prism is another company, and Edgeware Limited is the other company. Health systems, UiPath, in the world, across the world, UiPath is the first, Blue Prism is the second. Of course, there is a tussle between UiPath and Blue Prism, Both are struggling for second place, but neck-to-neck competition is there between Blue Prism and UiPath. Automation Anywhere. So top vendors, as I said, Blue Prism and Automation Anywhere, UiPath and Pega. Pega, of course, it's there, but competition is there among Blue Prism, Automation Anywhere, and UiPath. So, which RPA tool is in demand in 2020? Blue Prism RPA is having all core. And see, the major difference between, as far as I know, the major difference between our Blue Prism and the UiPath is Blue Prism is completely software dependent. No additional infrastructure or no additional hardwares are required in Blue Prism, whereas in UiPath, you need to, if you want to increase the RPA capabilities, you have to enhance the hardwares also. Whereas in Blue Prism, that is not there. That's why nowadays Blue Prism is growing like anything. So it can work on any platform with any application. This is another advantage as far as Blue Prism is concerned. So for using this tool, you should have programming skills, but it is user friendly for developers. So what are the benefits if you are going to get if you use Blue Prism? So it does not need IT skills for implementation. Common knowledge. Always, I'm a strong believer of common sense in computer science. Many of the applications you see, they use common sense. If you are thinking that, if your thinking is in moderate and good enough, you can implement many things. So it can be easily implemented in short span of 4 to 6 weeks, provides the highest return on your ROI. That is very important. Tremendous payback with self-funding patterns. So even if you invest your own money, so you can take it back within 4 to 6 months or within 1 year. Automates the applications, controls, and fields irrespective of their on-screen position to increase bot speed. Custom design front, hence integrate front office agents and back office automation to improve human-robot interactivity and productivity. Robust and feature-rich analytics suite. So this even for data analytics also you can use RPA from Blue Prism, especially in healthcare. So double byte character set support allows you to expand RPA to systems and process the need of double bytes such as in Asian languages. So some more this thing. Enterprise-wide password wallets and with certified CyberArk credential management for consistent enterprise-wide credentials. So verification of credentials you can use. Custom permissions feature allows user-specific access to robot groups, robot processes for secure robotic automation process. Improved control room to offer real-time feedback on robot status and allows you to get complete insight of the digital workforce. Build highly efficient and automated end-to-end business processes. So these are some of the advantages when you think of using RPA from Blue Prism. So see, Automation Anywhere, UiPath and Blue Prism, you have to pay and you take it. At the same time, we can think that whether we are having any open source tools. Yes, you are having open source tools from the RPA. UI, RPA for Python, RoboCorp, Robot Framework, Automagica, and Task T. So these are the 6 software tools are available in the open source. You can download these things and you can start working on that also. It is all depends on your interest. So if you want to select any particular tool, what are the parameters you have to consider while selecting? Scalability, platform independent, financial support, total cost of ownership, easy of use and control, quick deployment, vendor experience, secure and reliability. These are the certain. So again, I'm giving a comparison between UiPath, Blue Prism, and Automation Anywhere. So just you can 3 features I have taken where a trial version is available, whether it is user friendly, whether Google perspective, what are the things I'm using. So just it's for your information. So I'm not recommending only Blue Prism or UiPath or Automation Anywhere. Just I'm projecting the differences that are there anywhere. So what to look in? Say, of course, I have tell probably if you think that this, still I feel it's worth. So when you are selecting a particular vendor, you have to look for scalability because speed again in the previously we said it depends on the process you're using. So you have to see the speed also and reliability. simplicity, intelligence, enterprise class. Okay. So now I come to this, where to go if you want to learn more. So if you want to learn RPA, so where you want to learn. So Sri Venkateswara College of Engineering, Bangalore, we are having Center of Excellence in Information Science Engineering Department. So anybody who are interested in this, you can approach IAC Department of Sri Venkateswara College of Engineering to do this course, RPS certification course on RPA. This certificate we have got from Blue Prism. In fact, Blue Prism, that's Netola Innovation Private Limited, they approved Sri Venkateswara College of Engineering as a Center of Excellence Center. So in fact, this again, it's a thing, how the market future of RPA is. A global market insights reports that RPA market is to reach $5 billion by 2024. Of course, previously, of course, growth is there, yearly around 55 to 65%. The increased adoption of RPA technologies by organizations to enhance their capabilities and performance and boost cost saving reportedly drive the growth of RPA market most during that time. So there is a growth as far as RPA is concerned, because when you talk to any people or any industry people, they talk about RPA and they wanted to adopt RPA. That's the thing. So different job roles in RPA: RPA developer, RPA process architect, RPA developer senior consultant, RPA project manager, RPA business analyst, RPA data analyst. So these are different and various posts that are available under RPA. So you can plan accordingly if you are interested. So when you talk about roles and responsibilities of a RPA developer, if you want to become a developer, then what are your responsibilities? You can see. Provide guidance with process design, develop test automation workflows, deployment of RPA components, that's bots, robots, and development tools. This creation of bots or the development of bots and its implementation. This way the role developer comes into picture. Support the implementation of RPA solutions, create process documentation, assure the quality of automation. That is QA process. Apart from all, I think this is one very good question. Is RPA a good career? RPA is a good career choice as more and more companies are using RPA to reap the cost saving of automation and simply cannot find enough people with good RPA skills to fill their jobs. See here, since any company for that matter, they wanted to make money, and since if you use RPA, they can save human labor. So every company and almost all companies are thinking of adopting RPA. The only problem as of now at present they are facing is RPA skilled labor are not available. This has led to RPA salaries increasing more than IT field. So if you see RPA salaries implies IT, it is more than IT salaries. So what is next after RPA? Suppose if you learned RPA technologies and all, still if you want to learn more things, next is AI. The next stage of RPA will move behind rule-based technology and start including AI-based aspects. So this is in general comparison between robotic process automation and AI. So you can see that also. In fact, that also are covered because we are talking about after RPA only AI is there. If you want to adopt AI in RPA, what are the things you can adapt and you can get that information. So this is I'm in my 5 end of my presentation. So summary is RPA allows organization to automate tasks just like a human being was doing them across the application systems. The main goal of robotic process automation process to replace repetitive and boring clerical tasks performed by humans with a virtual workforce. The average productivity of human is 60% with few errors as compared to robots' productivity, which is 100% without any errors. See the productivity and efficiency also. The human it's 60% efficiency, whereas with RPA it's 100% without any errors. Whereas in human with human, it is with errors also. One should consider business impact before opting RPA process. So for what is going to have the impact if you incorporate RPA, how it can be, how business can scale up, how we are going to cope up, all those things you have to make an analysis. There is a multiple overlaps between testing automate tool and RPA tool. They are still different. So automation is different and RPA is entirely different, because some of the portions or some of the things are maybe common, but say results of automation tool is entirely different from results of RPA tool. That you have to think. So RPA can be implemented in 4 phases. That's what I told you in a diagram: planning, development, testing, and support and maintenance. So RPA is used in wide range of industries like healthcare, insurance, banking, IT. So my acknowledgement, because Natala has given many information for much Natala Innovations Private Limited, Bangalore, for giving sufficient information. So these are my references. If any questions are there, I think we can go for these questions. So thanks for your patient listening. We'll take questions.
Thank you so much, sir. I request participants, if there is any questions, you can put in the chat box. It will be taken further. I request all the participants, any questions, please put in the chat box. It will be answered right now. So before we go ahead with the questions from the participants, I also have one question, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, how best you suggest, I mean, where from which year the students has to take RPA as a course or a career path, whether from the first year itself or at the third year or second year?
In fact, to be frank, it doesn't need any coding skills. From any part of the year they can start, because whatever coding that is required is very minimum. Suppose in the first year itself they will be reading C, C++, C. Okay, so they can do that. It's not a problem. From the first year, nowadays even in PU people are studying about C, C++. Okay, so they can start. It's not an issue.
Sir, and any specific branch, sir, like branch of study they should have, like computer science or electronics only they could take up?
No, here that's what we are telling, that see, RPA, since it doesn't need any coding, so any domain, any branch students can take up this. This is the advantage. Civil, mechanical, electrical, electronics, anybody can take that. That is not an issue.
Okay, sir. So once again, I request, like any participant, any question is there, you can put in the chat box, will be answered right away. So moving further, thanks for the thought-provoking session, sir. It really means a lot, because we started with basics of what is RPA, how it would be implemented, what is the best part we can do with the RPA, how we can take it further for the students or the people who want to get into RPA. And also we are very much happy that our SVCE has got Center of Excellence with Blue Prism RPA with the help of, or in association with Netella. So thanks for your thought-provoking session, sir, on behalf of Department of ISC and team of AICD.
Thank you.
So
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Now I request Dr. Shobha M., Convener, Professor and Head Department of ISC, to render vote of thanks for this keynote session. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Respected Principal, sir. Eventually, it's my noteworthy privilege and honor to propose thanks on this occasion of First International Conference. I apparently take this opportunity to thank our distinguished keynote speaker, Honorable Principal of Sri Venkateshwara College of Engineering, Dr. Suresha, sir, who delivered highly informative insight about the topic robotic process automation as the keynote session in the conference. Sir has covered almost all the aspects, starting with architecture, the types of RPA, the benefits, using appropriate statistics figure and graphical representations with respect to the right context, along with the guidelines even to select which is the right RPA tool which the students can choose to enhance further, with respect to their knowledge. Comparison of these tools again with respect to various parameters and vendors. What is the latest market trend, or on what is the demand for this particular skill globally? Various designations and job roles. Everything sir has touched upon It was really a wonderful session, sir. In fact, I hope all the faculty members also have gained a lot of knowledge on what exactly this buzzword process automation stands for. And definitely the student community would also have taken a lot of takeaways from your session. Thank you, sir. On my own behalf, as well as on the behalf of department and Sri Venkateswara College of Engineering and Sri Venkateswara Group of Institutions, we extend a warm gratitude and thanks to accept our invitation as the keynote speaker for the conference. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, madam. Thank you, Anandar. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. And thank you, sir, once again from entire team of AICDE 2020 for taking out the time from the schedule and delivering the keynote session. So I request all the participants, the feedback link has been shared in the chat box. You can give the feedback to get your e-certificates. So once again, I thank all the participants, HOD ma'am and principal sir for conducting this keynote session in the conference of AICDE 2020. Thank you one and all.
Thank you. Thank you, Satnam.
Thank you, sir.